Yo, YouTube, my people, the bakery. Welcome back to another episode of The Bakery. I'm your host, Mac Diesel, the host with the most, the best, better than the rest. And today we're just gonna we're just gonna go and ramble. So I got a lot of things on my chest that I want to speak on. I don't really have a title for this, but it's gotta come out. I think I need to say it. I don't know if I've touched on any of this stuff before, but I have some things I want to express, and I feel like this is going to help me feel a lot better. And if not me, everybody else that is watching with me, or not watching with me, but watching with everybody else. So let's do it. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping. So before we start this episode, I just want to take the time to say thank you to everybody who's been watching and supporting and retweeting and reposting my stuff. I know who you are. Um, it doesn't go unnoticed, and I appreciate it every single time it happens. I'm really, really, really trying to put my foot in this as much as I can. And the fact that people are actually taking the time to help me out and repost the stuff that I post really means a lot to me, and it goes a long way, a lot more than people will realize. So thank you. I really appreciate it. But now that that's out the way, let's get to the topic of discussion, which there is no topic. We're just rambling. So the past couple of weeks, past 2 weeks, really have been very interesting to me, and I've seen a lot of behavior. I've seen a lot of, changes in people, and I've also noticed that I've felt a certain way from meeting new people. Uh, it's so weird to me how me, for example, I'm very nice, I'm very generous, kind-hearted, and just an all-around great dude, right? Not to boast, but it's true. I'm really that guy, like I stated from previous episodes. It makes it's mind-boggling really to see how I can be towards people and just have the utmost respect for anybody. And then when it comes to the favor being returned, it's never returned. Well, Mac, what do you mean when you say that? What I mean when I say that is, why is it that I can't be a normal human being being nice to you and showing you respect? And if, if we're going on a date and me paying for the meal, me paying for whatever it is that we're doing, especially if I invited you and I can't get a call back, I can't get a text back, I can't get a response, I can't get anything, right? So that's just one part of it. And then it goes into being supportive for people. And not only for me, but for other people. It sucks when you show so much love and support to people and they act like they can't give it back, or they act like it's so hard to support a friend, or it's so hard to do something small for somebody. I think that's the one thing that I notice about a lot of people is that if it doesn't benefit them, they don't care. If it's not cool to them, they won't help. If it's somebody that they're close to that they know they want to see succeed, and they choose to just ignore the fact that their friend is trying something to get their name out there and do something different and beneficial for their life, they don't care. And that hurts, that sucks too. It's like we like people like me, for example, like the other day, I had a bad day and I had almost a mental breakdown because I was feeling as though I was not seen. I feel unheard again. I feel like I'm not taken seriously. I feel like nothing I say or do matters. And on top of that, I just feel like a bother to a lot of people. And all of that was in the span of 2 days. And it being Men's Mental Health Month, you would think it'd be a lot more different. I wouldn't feel the way I do. And I know in last episode I talked about therapy. I talked about just being willing to have an open mind and a hope in the heart and express how you feel, express what's going on in your mind, expressing anything and everything. But with that comes a lot of emotion. And so yesterday I felt like, you know, what if what if I'm not really important to people's life? What is it that I'm doing that's having people be less inclined to talk to me? What am I doing that makes people feel like they can't be around me, they can't talk to me, they don't want to text me back? Things of that nature. And it's been going on for a very, very long time. I've chosen to keep it to myself and not speak on it. I've also chosen to put it under the bridge and just let it go behind me. But at this point in my life, I'm very fed up. And I think I'm fed up because I am just tired of being put on a back burner. I'm very much tired of getting disrespected when I show respect. I'm very much tired of taking the high road and not reacting to certain things. But at this point in my life, I'm just very much feeling a lot of anger towards a lot of people. And the reason being is because all through my life, all through however long people have known me, all I ever heard was, "Oh, yeah, you got this. You can do it. I'm here to support you. I have your back. Whatever you need, I got you." Right. And that's cool. You know, that's a kind thing to say that makes people feel good about everything that they're trying to have a passion for. Whereas for me, I noticed that it's not the same as it once was when that was said. When those words were formed to come out of people's mouths, it's like I take it serious. I take it to the heart because that means a lot to me. Those words mean a lot to me. And the fact that people are watching me and actually wanting to support me for a good cause, for a good reason, just goes a long way. But if you're just saying it just to say it and then not actually putting action behind it, then there's a problem because then I have to really evaluate who you are in my life and how much do you actually value our friendship or how much do you really want to support me if you're actually trying to support me. But not only that, but even when it comes to being involved with people, relationship, friendships, I don't I don't I don't have a lot of relationships and friendships that I can say I valued through my life. I have a lot of lessons learned, but relationship wise, I can't seem to understand why women in this generation treat men a certain way. And that's not to say that men don't do stuff too, but for me at least, I have had uh, I can even count how many times I've encountered a woman and have tried to talk to her and be respectful, take her on a date, treat her like she's supposed to be treated. Again, I was raised by a queen, so why not treat a woman like a queen, how she's supposed to be treated? And for me to go through all this trouble, right? To take time out of my day, make a set a time and a date for us to hang out, and then to not to not get it, even a call back or a text back, that sucks. That hurts. I think the worst part about that is the fact that we went through the whole process of going on a date or even hanging out, and then you took it and mushed it, threw it away, and acted like nothing happened. And that's fine. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and chase you and to ask you a bunch of questions as to what happened or why you couldn't talk to me afterwards or, you know, anything like that. But at least take the courtesy to say, hey, this is what it is. This is how I feel right now. You know, I had a great time with you, but I don't see this going any further. That's a proper way to handle a situation when it comes to going on dates and being in relationships and things like that. And I know in the past I've had made mistakes where I was overbearing. I was very much too sensitive or just constantly texting people all day, hey, like haven't heard from you, or hey, how you doing, day after day after day. But slowly over time I stopped because it's like, for one, I look stupid, and two, it's kind of, why didn't you get the hint the first two texts that didn't get responded to? So I've taken that information and I've molded myself into a much better human being, not only a human being, but a man, to understand that not everybody deserves my energy, my time, my kindness, my patience. And it's funny that I'm saying that because I learned that from my big brother Drew, who I talked about in 2 episodes ago. But me and him had a whole conversation about that kind of stuff, and he explained to me, not everybody deserves your energy. Don't put too much energy into somebody who's not reciprocating the same effort that you're putting into them. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get all your energy drained and they're going to take it with them. And God forbid, who knows what could happen after that. You can get your heart broken. You can get ignored for however long they decide. But in my opinion, on this generation, I personally believe that people are filling voids in the most incorrect way. And it sucks because I'm setting a standard for myself, not only myself, but generations behind me and even my generation, that it's okay to be a certain way. Not too much, but I shouldn't follow behind Jimmy because he's being mean and doing this and doing that and he's getting away with it, or he's getting his way with it. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work for everybody like that. Some people just are either built that way or they just learn to do it. And it just caught on and caught on and caught on. But for me, I'm setting a standard that I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to continue to be nice. I'm going to set boundaries for sure and keep them in place, but I'm not going to change who I am because of the fact that you didn't text me back, or the fact that you don't support me, or the fact that you talked about me behind my back. All those things are worldly things and they happen every day. It's a common thing for anybody and everybody who's trying to find a support, who's trying to grow in any type of content creation or just as a human being in general. People are not going to tell you the truth, and it sucks because you have to figure it out on your own, or you find out from somebody else and you want to hear it from word of mouth, but then at the same time their actions speak alone for themselves. So then you reevaluate a situation and you're like, wow, this makes a lot of sense. And so for me, I'm not going to allow myself to be subject to any type of negative behavior. I have gotten to the point where I am cutting that off. I am sticking to what I know, and I'm going to move along. And yeah, everybody will probably watch this and be like, "Oh my gosh, why are you on YouTube saying this? Why are you on social media saying this? Blah 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 blah. This, that, and the third. It's so boring. Yada yada yada." Yeah, if that's what you feel, cool. but there may be other people that feel the same way I feel that don't know how to say what I'm saying without feeling judged. I personally don't care. I'm going to speak on it because it's real and it's the truth. Stop treating people as a filler for your life. Stop using people to find your happiness and then run away. Stop treating people as if they don't have feelings and emotions. When you treat people a certain way, that grows on them and it lingers. And that's why a lot of people have these issues where they're mentally unstable or they're emotionally hurt or mentally just drained and do things that are uncalled for or treat people how they were treated. It's a snowball effect. You do one thing, you do two things, you do three things to the same person, eventually that person is going to turn into a monster. And you've created another monster like the other monsters that we have in this world. And I don't think people realize that. I think people just oh, it's just life. Like what? What are we talking about? Like for example, I met a young lady on Hinge and I have not used Hinge since. I met a young lady on Hinge, right? Thought she was pretty, she's a little bit older than I was, only by like 2, 3 years. And, I felt like, well, why not? Maybe we could be friends at first and we get to know each other and it grows into something. If not, so be it. Whatever. So things started out good. We were chatting and, getting along and texting and being nice. And then somewhere down the line, our communication kind of slowed down, which is okay. Life happens. I can't force you to talk to me all day. I can't force you to acknowledge me every morning or even be willing or wanting to come hang out with me. That's cool. I get it. Social batteries are a thing and they run out very, very quick. But then on the other side of things, it's like some people just choose to be ugly. Mind you, this woman's older than me, so you would think she'd know better, but that's besides the point. So as our connection and our conversation slowed down, it got to a point where it just ceased altogether. And we did not communicate or talk to each other at all. But then it got to a point where we would text each other on Instagram and then we stop. We text each other again and then we stop. And then it stopped again. And then I sent her a video or a reel on Instagram, as it is said. And the reel said, oh, if this person makes this shot, you have to send them 5 pictures. And I'm sorry, not 5 pictures, but it said 5 attachments. Everybody in the world knows that 5 attachments could possibly mean one or two things. It could mean inappropriate pictures or just a picture of your face. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a picture of your face. I sent it to one, be funny, and two, as a joke. Her response, however, on the other hand, was not so positive. She took it in a way that I was asking to see photos of her body. First of all, for one, I've never been that type of human being. I would never come off that type of way. I have no interest in anybody's body. And if it gets to that point where, I'm seeing somebody's body, that's for private. That doesn't mean I need to go on and boast about it and talk about it. That's private time. And if I don't, who cares? I'm more interested in the mental and the emotional versus the physical. I don't judge. I'm not a picky person, even though I feel like I should be now, but I don't discriminate. I don't care. And it sucks that I have to reiterate that because nobody should really care what anybody looks like. What's most important is their personality, anybody's personality. If your personality is not right, you're automatically ugly, to me at least. Not necessarily ugly, but you're not somebody that I can bring home to my mother. And y'all can ask my mother. She don't play. She does not play. If she don't like you, you can't come back. I'm sorry. You get a 5 day trial. Not even a 5 day trial. You get a 7 day trial. You can't get it right in 7 days. You got to go. And that's not me being a mama's boy. That's me respecting my mother's boundaries. because anybody I marry and have kids with, oh, you best believe it's for a reason. So if I can't see myself having kids with you or us being together forever, then we have nothing to talk about. Sorry, because I'll be damned if I raise kids with somebody who I don't get along with or have no type of mental and emotional attraction to. But that's besides the point. We're not talking about that right now. But anywho, I had a conversation with her and I explained to her, I said, honestly, like it was not supposed to come off that way. It was just a joke to get you to show me your face. Even though I know what you look like I'm being cute, quote unquote, with you. So I don't want it to come off that way. And if it did, I apologize. And she was like, well, that's weird. And I think it's a dumb joke and blah, blah, just being ugly to me, right? And at that point I knew I was like, you know what? I'm wasting my time. I shouldn't even be arguing with you, let alone saying anything back. Yet I still did it because I know what kind of human I am. And if I offended you, then I can apologize, which I did in the beginning to begin with. But if you're going to continue to attack me and keep being ugly and rude, then I can't, there's nothing for me to say to you. It's a lost cause at that point. So it ended up it ended up ending on a positive note, not for her, but for me. You know, I was just like, because her last response was, well, it's life, man. Sorry. Because I asked her, why is she even judging my character if she doesn't know me that well? And her response was, oh, it's life. Sorry, man, but have a good day. I said, you know what? Okay. And I never looked back. I was not angry at her. I was not, you know, upset. I wasn't bothered. Just simply okay. Because holding on to that or even caring one bit would have destroyed me, destroyed my day, destroyed my week, like it usually would. But the growth that I've developed and the mindset that I have, I block that type of energy. And I have no type of feeling towards it. Yeah, it's crazy because I'm talking about it, but it's just a memory that I had. I'm not upset at all towards her whatsoever. If that's the way she wants to live and that's the way she sees things needs to be, I mean, obviously she's not gonna have the best couple dates or men that she meets in her life, and I know what's gonna happen. She's gonna ask her friends, "Oh, how come I can't find a man? How come I this?" And I know they're not telling her the truth, but that's between her and her friends and God. So, oh well. But ultimately, I'm more upset about the way that we as human beings are treating each other, mainly women. And yes, I am talking to the women today. I'm upset at y'all. I'm so mad at y'all. I don't appreciate the way y'all treat us as men. I don't like the way y'all treat women either. And those are supposed to be y'all's ride or dies. And it's crazy that women get upset at another woman for hanging out with dudes more than they hang out with girls because girls are mean. Y'all are all just ugly towards each other. Whereas as men, yeah, we talk crap to each other. We be messing with each other, but we love each other at the end of the day because we're all going through the same thing. We're all having the same mindset, and we're all trying to figure it out on our own. Yet we don't let each other figure it out on our own. We help each other and raise each other up because we don't have nobody else. Why not? And I can attest to that because I have brothers and I have non brothers who I've been friends with for years who we hold each other accountable and we take care of each other at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what's going on. Somebody called me at 2 in the morning saying they need their tire changed or they need to get a ride somewhere. I'm there because that's what boys do. That's what brothers do. We hold it down for each other, no matter what the circumstances. So I just want to say that it would mean the world to me if we could treat each other better. And I know that's not going to be the case. I know that's not going to happen. But if it can happen, it would bring joy to my heart to see. So let's try to be better, guys. Let's leave each other alone. Let's love on each other from a distance if we have to. And ladies, stop treating these men like they don't matter. Stop treating these men like they don't exist. It's already hard enough that we have a lot of men suicidal and ready to do damage to themselves because they, again, they feel unheard and they're angry and go unnoticed. Notice that man. Notice that woman. Treat people with respect, and you'll get the respect back 10 times over. Now that I've gone on my little rant and I feel a lot better, let's talk about some music. Has there been any new music lately? Well, I'll take that back. There's supposed to be a lot of people dropping at midnight. I can't particularly pick one person to say that I'm ready to hear. There's not very many artists that I really, really like listening to like that. I mean, of course, you have the female artists, and then you have these newer artists, but nobody from my era, nobody from this generation. I'm sorry, nobody from my generation. Let me rephrase that because this generation, y'all's music is ugh. I don't know what y'all be listening to, but whatever it is, it sucks. But I just don't see anybody new that I'm really excited for. Or anybody that's dropping music soon that I'm excited for. I think that my music taste is still standing where it is. Um, Chris Brown is still my guy. It's my dog. Y'all can hate on me all you want. I don't care. I'm a Chris Brown guy, and I stand by my boy. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. He fixed it. He paid his dues. He paid his price, and y'all still mad. All because he got into a fight with Rihanna. Somebody grabbed me the wrong way or hit me consistently, I'm fighting back. And I'm not gonna hit you. I'm gonna just push you. I'm gonna push you hard. And then if it's my car, I'll let you get out. If it's your car, I'll get out. But I ain't gonna put my hands on a woman. I'll just push you like, ew, get off me. Stop touching me. It's not nice. We all know that's not realistic, but hey, that's just me thinking up here. As far as movies, I still have not seen Inside Out 2. That was gonna be my plan this week. And honestly, I might go tomorrow just to see it by myself because I don't. Well, I probably won't see that by myself. That's kind of, I don't know. People are weird about that kind of stuff, especially when there's a bunch of kids in the theater. They're like, oh my God, like, is he a pedophile? No, I just enjoy a good movie and I want to see it by myself. Is that okay? I honestly might go get IHOP too tomorrow. Just a little self-love day, just enjoying my time. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. I am happy that I got that off my chest. I'm glad I was able to come and talk to y'all. This video should be up by tomorrow morning. If not, it'll be up tomorrow during the day, if anything, because it is 10:30 right now. So it's a little late, but it's not too late. But we'll see what happens. That being said, I appreciate y'all once again. I love y'all to death. Hug somebody today. Love somebody today. And just be the best version of yourself because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what somebody might need. But love it. Love y'all. Love 8 of y'all. What? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, man, I can't talk today. Retweet, reshare, turn those noties on so you know when I'm posting. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace. Yeah, you walking around with diamonds in the street. Boy, you shine.